What's up everybody, Solo here, and today we are back with another video, and today we are looking at a very special guide. Today we are looking at a T16 Barbarian speed build. As you might know, the new Rend Barb is extremely strong. When you have the race set, you have Lamentation and Ambo's Pride, it becomes extremely strong. To the point where you are overkilling so much in the T16 Rift that we now try and just get as much movement speed at cooldown as we can to make the rifts and the bounties even quicker. So I'm gonna show you how we do this basically. You clear a rift in average like a minute and a half and just like blast through it. You one shot like almost anything. So we're gonna be having a quick overview of gear and passives and skills and stuff, so we know how to play this, and then we'll get into the playstyle and everything. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So to start off with, we have our weapons here. We have the Build Counter set. This isn't a lot of damage from them, but they give a lot of Fear Regen and they give us a lot of movement speed. The Fear Regen is really nice because then we can spam our movement speed, increase spells more, and they also give increased movement speed themselves, which is really nice. I'm not going to go into too much detail about every piece of gear and stat bars and everything. We're just going to have a quick overview of it. On your weapons, just make sure you have cooldown, that's about it. And in terms of the other pieces, just have cooldown on your gloves, have cooldown here. You're pretty much just after damage, but also then cooldown, and of course like rend damage on your chest piece, for instance. For our amulet, we're using a Flavor of Time. Of course, trying to get elemental damage, quick cooldown. But again, doesn't really matter a whole lot. We're mostly after the flavor just to double the effect of all the pylons. We are using a Nemesis braces here simply just to spawn some more elites when we run through it. Now the wings are the most important part. We are using Average Band, Ring of Velocity, and Obsidian Ring of Zodiac. It doesn't really matter where you have them, like for instance you could have Average Band in the cube, it doesn't really matter. You just need to make sure that you have your Rachel's Ring of Velocity equipped, because you want the secondary, which is of course the increased movement speed, but you also want the secondary effect, which is chance to fear and hit. These two are very important and they collide very well together. So you have the chance to fear and you get the movement speed from fearing enemies. For the cube, we are of course using Ambo's Pride. This is simply just to one-shot everything, almost like a mandatory weapon when you're running a Rend build. So yeah, Ambo's Pride, very good. We have a Lamentation, of course. You could have Lamentation equipped, or you could have a gold red equipped, doesn't really matter as long as you just have these two. The Lamentation is pure just damage, and then you have your gold wrap here, which is all your toughness basically. So whenever you run into the rift, you kill 2 mobs, you get some gold, and then you have you're just invincible at that point. And as I mentioned before, we have the third ring here. I'm using Obsidian Zodiac, but you could also use Average Band. In terms of gems, we're also just using what we can in order to get as much movement speed as possible. So here we have Wreath of Lightning. We're not after the damage effect of it at all. We're just under the effect where it says, while under the effect of Wreath of Lightning, gain 25% increased movement speed. That's all we want from this, just more movement speed basically. Then we have Trapped here. This is like our only biggest damage multiplier. So yeah, go to Trap. There's a lot of better options out there. Just get the damage from it. Our third gem is Prove the Hoarder. This is simply to give us gold, and the gold is going to give us movement speed from the Prove the Hoarder itself, but also apply into gold wrap, and it also ties into Average Band. When you pick gold up, you get more pickup radius. This means that we never have to worry about picking up gold or progression globes or anything to just automatically get sucked into you. Just a passive, you're using Ruthless here. This is a damage, but also an execute kind of ability. It helps a lot with just one-shotting even faster. I'm using Weapons Master here. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. This is simply because when it says Mighty Weapons, you gain 2-3 per hit. This means that we can then spam our abilities a lot more. We are using Vulnerable Carthage here. This is simply just to reduce the cooldown of a Wrath. And we also have Pound of Flesh here. This just gives us movement speed. It is a stacking buff. And in terms of spells, it is a very standard. We are using Wrath the Berserk Insanity for big damage. We are using Battle Rage Ferocity. This is damage, but also movement speed. You could also swap this to something like a Ignore Pain Bravado if you have enough damage, but you want more toughness, and also just more movement speed from it. We're using Furious Charge with Merciless Assault. This is our get around ability. This just helps with movement speed, get from pack to pack. But we also have insane amount of movement speed just from just spinning around. But we also use charge just to get from pack to pack even quicker. We are also using sprint with marathon. This increases our movement speed by a lot, and we can have this up 100% of the time since we have our passive and everything made for it. We're also using Rend with bloodbath. We're never actually pressing this ability, but we are after the rune effect of it, whereas enemies killed while bleeding cause all enemies within 10 yards to begin bleeding for 1100% weapon damage as physical over 5 seconds. This is a very, very strong execute ability, and it ties in, so like when you kill one mob, it can like kind of snowball and kill the other mobs near it. And we are of course using our whirlwind both to apply our rend itself, and then we have hurricane on it, so we pull enemies near us, which makes it even quicker and stronger, and like just pulls everything to us, and then you like just kill it immediately, like one shot it. Playstyle wise, as you can see in the video playing, it is a very easy build. You go in, you proc your wrath, your battle rage, and then you just like charge around, and then you keep your sprint up time. It's very easy. It's very chill as well. Like you can use this build while just like watching Netflix or something. Like it's very easy, very strong, and also a lot of fun actually. And as I said before, you will like clear a rift in like a minute and a half average. So like you're just like speeding around. It's super quick. And that is about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the very short video. Didn't really need to make it longer than this. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.